Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to show off my 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. It's a beautiful day out today after getting some snow yesterday, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to do this video and play on the dirt roads a little. Yeah, I think I might have done this in the wrong order. Oh well, back to the Jeep. These old ZJs are usually nothing spectacular. They're starting to gain in popularity again because they are hitting official antique status, being over 25 years old, but they're still incredibly inexpensive to buy. And for what you get, they are a great bargain. True four-wheel drive with a low range, solid axles front and rear, decent ground clearance, and good approach and departure angles. In fact, except for breakover angle, the numbers are very comparable to Wranglers of the same era. But this is what makes mine special. The Warner AX15 5-speed manual transmission. And here you can see it's a true 3-pedal. This is significant because they only made a few hundred of these. There are no hard numbers, but 400 is the number that Hemmings puts forth, so that's good enough for me. Now as I show you around the rest of the vehicle, you can see other than being dirty, it's actually in pretty decent shape. It's got minimal wear and tear for being a 26-year-old Jeep, with the two biggest flaws being scratched clear coat on the hood, which I am going to try and polish out eventually, and you can see on the pillar here where it looks like it was either driven too close to an edge or something was driven too close to it. The interior is really good with only a few stains and no tears. The body is straight, all the latches and locks work, and so do the electronics. Now real quick, back to the rarity of this thing. If you've been watching David Tracy's journey on Jalopnik, you'll know that he's saying 1,500 of these things were built. Now, I don't know if that's new information or if he's just getting numbers mixed up, but it's from his own article on March 18th of 2018 that I get the number of 400 being Hemmings' best guess. It's also generally agreed that 94 is the more rare year for the manual transmission. So when I tell you that if you're lucky you can have a one of less than 400 ever made, less than 200 for that model year vehicle, for less than $2,500, you gotta admit that's pretty exciting. I know I never expected to be able to say that about a vehicle that I could afford. Now let me show you the legendary 4-liter inline 6-cylinder that was a Jeep mainstay for several years. You can see it's pretty stock here. Now ultimately there were 3 engine options for the ZJ, but the manual transmission was only ever offered with the 4-liter. At 190 horsepower, it was a little underpowered for the Grand Cherokee, although the manual transmission does help a little bit, but otherwise it's usually the engine of choice in any other model where it was offered. Anyways, so that's my Jeep. It's my daily driver with 140,000 miles on it. I'm considering doing light modifications such as a lunchbox locker in the rear and an old man emu lift for slightly better off-road capability to match the reliability of the factory NP231 transfer case you see here. Other than that, I'm really trying to keep it as stock as possible, so any upgrades or fixes will be done with originality in mind. Now, I know some of you are going to say that the 5.9 liter is the true unicorn of the ZJ era. The 5.9 is rare-ish, but it's not really unicorn status. See, I've only ever seen 5 other manual transmission ZJs in my life. That includes this one. And in fact, a lot of people didn't even know it was an option. By comparison, I could get onto Craigslist or eBay or AutoTrader right now and find at least 5 5.9 liters for sale. Sought after? Yes, and with good reason. But unicorn? Not so much. Now, I'm not sponsored, I'm not monetized, and I'm not planning on making a career out of YouTube. But if there's enough interest, I'll keep the channel updated on my upgrades as I go along. If I can remember to, I'll try to video some of the process as well, but without a production team or even proper gear, and having a family I like to spend time with, any video will be pretty bare bones. But let me know if that's something you would like to see, and make sure you ask any questions in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.